This is the mad mind of Dr. Fangor. Hello there, everybody, and well, today is a very special episode of the mad mind of Dr. Fangor. Of course, you know me, as anyone else does. And, well, I have a very special guest. And, let's go ahead and bring him in. Come on in. Oh, man, I tell you what, you seem very dead lately. Yeah? And, well, let's see here. Since, before we're going to start this true interview, I guess, how'd you died? Oh, wow, that's kind of interesting, huh, folks? Let's see here. Let's see here. Now, when that happened, did it hurt, or was it actually kind of like a fun thing to be into, a zombie? Now, let's see here. Technically, I know you're dead and everything, but, how was it like for you, if you can remember? I don't know if the rigor mortis is still setting in or not, but, how was it like for you as your previous years before you became a zombie?
Well, since you put it that way, my previous years before I became a zombie were really kind of boring. I'd do the daily grind, go to work, plow the fields, pull the wheat, and then once I was dead, it was like party time. I could really have fun.
Oh, really?
Really.
Interesting. So now, let's see here. What else what should I truly ask a zombie? Is it really, truly all about the brains?
Brains. Well, since you asked, I might as well tell you. It was about the brains, but that was more of a cliche thing. Some guy made a movie and he thought they wanted to eat brains, and so they ate brains. But really, what we're looking for, stem cells. Stem cells. They grow in the brain, but the brain doesn't transfer the brain stem cells to the other parts that the brain controls. I guess it is all about the brains. There's a lot of brains.
Now, was this a chemical thing, or was this an act of God or an act of nature? Okay. So I hope you got that, because I did. I don't know if truly, cause that really explains a lot about how a lot of these people became zombies. Now, do you prefer to be called a zombie? Or do you, no, hang on. Focus. Okay? Now, do you prefer to be called a zombie, or just a, past life aggressive rigor mortis human being? Or decaying human being?
Well, I'm going to answer this one the right way. I do prefer to be called zombie, because I don't like the ever-going dilution of what a zombie is. I mean, you can break it down into 100 psychological medical terms, but really, people know what a zombie is. I'm not a deceased, displaced member of a non-living world, or I'm not a little people who died, or whatever you want to call it. I am a zombie.
Now, is there a coalition for zombies, like a help group, like an AA meeting for
Well,
zombies.
you can imagine that we used to have a union, but it's hard to pay union dues when your due date is passed.
Especially when, like, especially in, you know, guts and no glory.
Yeah, you know, other zombies want to be paid in brains, or body parts, or blood and flesh. But, you know, government's got to stick their sticky hands where it doesn't belong, and they want to be paid money. Well, I can't earn money when I can't work.
Yeah, I really hate about those taxes, too.
There's only two things certain in life. Death and taxes.
It definitely will cost you an arm and a leg. Now, my other question is that, what is it like to, you know, feast on a normal human being? Now, if you can tell, I'm not normal. I'm a little bit mad and odd.
Yeah, might taste like a Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, hey. I got it right.
Okay, alright. Well, eating humans is probably what I'm actually
Now, is it kind of like this? Now this might be a true controversy subject. Is it true that there's actual tactical teams out there to get rid of you guys? Is it true?
I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. You know, I'm just out there trying to do my thing, okay? There's only so much I can do. I mean, most of the time I'm trying to keep my legs from falling off altogether. And then these guys pop out of bushes with tasers and guns. I'm already dead. I'm a zombie. You gotta come to the table with a little more than that. You're like a bug. I can swat you away. I don't like getting stung by bees. I'm dead. I don't feel it. But I don't like it. I still don't like it. I'm not doing anything. I'm not harming anybody that you care about. Just let me do my thing. Yay.
I really do feel for you, man. I really do.
I know.
Now, was it true that you actually was a part or had a part in the music video Thriller with Michael Jackson? Was it really true?
You know, it would have been true.
Okay.
But just the day of production, they decided, since Michael Jackson wasn't really part of an occult, it was just a song, I mean, we saw the disclaimer, that the real zombies had to go. You know, I mean, there's always real zombies around Michael Jackson, you can imagine.
Yeah, he's kind of...
But, for PC's sake, I had to get rid of the real zombies. So I would have been in there. I was going to be the guy that, like, pushes the crypt open and comes out, and I have my blood and my heart and my throat, and I would have been great. But no.
That's a true shame. Now, I've also heard that, you know, some people like to, you know what I mean? You know, interact more than the, you know, the birds and the bees, you know what I mean?
I don't like the bees.
You don't like the bees?
I don't like getting tasered. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's more of that stuff. You know, it's hard when you're a zombie. You really gotta understand, 'cause, well,
Get it?
yeah. Well, it was until it fell off.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, and once you drag it through the mud and the dirt, it's hard to get the other zombies to take a left at Crypt 7, and they don't want it anymore.
Hey, baby, keep the tip.
Oh, got to love it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now, I have a question for you. Now, this is kind of a funny joke. Now, what do they say about, you know, rigor mortis, okay, has it always been a good time, you know, on certain things, on that situation? Or has it been always, you know, as we can say, you know, when you get older, it gets a little bit, you know, that kind of thing.
You know, it's really hard to say.
Or is it kind of like, you know, one of those punchy clowns? You know, when you punch it, goes, like, why?
Well, you can imagine, rigor mortis sets in, and the punchy clown comes up. But then when you're dead, the testosterone starts to go down, and starts to go down. But then once you eat that brain, and the stem cells are back in your glands, yeah! And then the testosterone's gone, starts to go down, and it comes back, yeah, I saw that, you know.
Now, you're going to save that for later?
Yeah, that one for later.
Alright. Can I kind of get a sample of that?
Something special for you.
Alright. Not too bad, actually.
Keep it gooey.
Now, some say that in certain movies, I guess, that, let's see here, there's, you know, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, and of course his series of, you know, movies from Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and Diary of the Dead, and something...
Diary of the Dead.
I don't know.
Even the cows are getting on it, Diary of the Dead.
Now, and then of course there's, The Return of the Living Dead, and of course it's a number of series of, you know, sequels and stuff. And then of course we got 28 Days Later and in Zombieland, and of course there's, you know, a bunch of other, you know, knockoffs containing to a zombie. So, my question is, what is your favorite zombie film?
My favorite zombie film. Yeah, you know, it's hard to say now. Now, being a zombie for many years, it's tough to say. I would have to say that probably the remake of Day of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
The newer one was probably my favorite. Yeah, maybe a Resident Evil. Yeah, maybe. But I have to say some of that Dawn of the Dead really gets me excited. Yeah.
Now, since, what kind of life did you have prior to this thing happening?
Well, the last thing I really remembered was working on a farm. And what we used to do is I would stand in the hay wagon that was drawn by horse. My brothers would pitch the hay in with forks, and I'd have to step it down to make some room. Well, the horses got spooked, took off running, and jumped down into like a ditch, cliff area, really deep ravine. And that's the last thing I remember. So now, imagine my living life wasn't a whole lot of fun.
The other question is that, how does one zombie communicate with another zombie?
And I get the, and then you go, I get the, and then you that's basically how you make a canned telephone. There's not much cell service down there.
I kind of see that. Now, let's see here. My other question is that the TV series, The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Walking. What do you think of that TV series? Does it truly portray zombies in that?
I think it is the closest to zombies. Really. You know, because once there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. And that's basically what that portrays perfectly. We're just walking, you know, we're just trying to eat, we're trying to survive, and, you know, we see these guys like bright red running away from you carrying a 12 gauge. You know, it's like a sport, you know. I mean, you don't see it from the other side. The Walking Dead is from the human perspective, but from the zombie perspective, it's more like the show, the old movie Running Man.
Ah, gotcha.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Except except the humans are in our cage, and it's like a game show for us zombies, and we're watching them run around. And then you got Cold Case with the chainsaw, zombie saw, chasing that guy around. Or like we got an Ash zombie who has no hand and a chainsaw there, right? That's great. That's how it is.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Interesting.
Now, let's see here. If you had a weapon of choice, okay, what is your favorite weapon of choice? If you were able to capably, grasp something like a machete, okay, and you're walking around, doing your zombie thing, what is your weapon of choice? Or even, is it a hand, basically backhand someone?
I have to say I got two. I take the femur bone, and jam it in the bottom of the skull, and it becomes like a club. Or board with a nail in it. I have to go with the nail.
Yeah, board with a nail in it is actually quite a scary thing.
Yeah, well, you get some of that zombie spit all over it, and then you stab somebody with it, it's like poison dart. But it's a board with a nail in it.
Oh, man. Oh, hey, here's something for you. Throw me a bone here. Oh. Now, let's see here. What other questions, do you have any questions for me?
What would a zombie ask Dr. Fangor?
Yeah.
Well, what's it like walking the line between the living and the dead?
Well, it's quite interesting. It's kind of like a little bit of, it's like a special thing, I guess. You kind of have to, since you're actually now dead, and you were once living, but I'm in the middle. It's kind of like that limbo. Have you seen Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Okay, it's kind of like that. We all get the Congo line, and next thing you know, I, get to come onto the living world and, hack and slash someone or do experiments on them. Let's see here, I guess, for me, I can, do some lingo with you, since you're dead, and I'm kind of half dead, I guess, so hopefully you can understand this one.
That's where you do the
I guess this concludes.
You heard of the fat lady say, around here, the black dogs are barking.
Well, this concludes the interview with the zombie. I hope you can come back sometime again, and we can talk more, or do more crazy talk, I guess. I don't know how you want to say it. Now, if you guys have any questions about, zombie, you're more than welcome to, post them in the comments, and definitely hit the like button, and of course, share this video. So we'll be right back, and I have one more special guest that I would like you to meet. I'm kind of hoping that you will recognize them, and we'll be right back after these messages.